trusty sidekick here, Bisha, aka Don Katso. It is today, December 31st, 2017, on the brink of a new year. Figured I should do a wrap-up video from my home in Montreal. Just want to take a moment to wish everybody a happy new year. May 2018 be the start of something awake, something powerful, something loving, something healing, and something expansive for each and every one of us. Road to 1,000 subscribers. Still on that. We're making good pace, close to 600 now. Also the feedback, been getting some amazing feedback. My last video contained 2 amazing shares by 2 brothers that I know in this world. And so they're actually like mini essays. So they're actually awesome to read. It gives you glimpses into what's going on, what's real, what's true. Yeah, so please continue subscribing and watching, liking if you like it, and share if you're inspired to share. I want to speak about system busting. What I mean by system busting is the systems we create in our head that minimize how we show up in the world, because there is a script playing that is limiting us from claiming all that's available for us. Actually, there's a formula to access a life force, energy, and abundance. In the new year, I'm announcing a new podcast that I'll be putting out on SoundCloud. It's going to be a place where I speak more on topics, specific topics, whereas the Spiritual Playboy videos are often just life as it's happening to me on the road and in my life. The podcasts, I'm going to be bringing a more focused conversation, and I'm open to getting your feedback in terms of topics. What do you want to hear from me? What inspires you? What have you always been saying? I want to know what Frank thinks about XYZ, because you like my brand of communication, you like my mindset, you feel what I'm speaking is fresh. Ask me questions. I'd love to get to answering some of them. So today I want to speak about the holidays. For the most part, what I see from the outside perspective, not internal people's relationships, of course not. I see a lot of wasted resources, wasted energy, wasted ideas of we're doing something important. So the first system I want to talk about busting, being the holidays, is this idea of Christmas. It's a scam. Let me rewind by saying, like, I think Christmas is awesome if it's a time that we take to connect with the loved ones that we care about, and share good tidings, good moments, loving moments, especially if they're coming from the heart and are celebratory and beautiful. And if you have the opportunity to be in those environments, well, then you're a lucky one. You're a lucky one, because most of the world is not as rich as we are. And sometimes I wonder about the responsibility we take about how actual wealthy we are and what are we doing with that wealth. And I'm not even talking about money. I'm talking about our ability to be on the road of self-actualization, that there's not many civilizations and there's not many people in the world right now that have the opportunity to be in spaces where we are afforded the luxury of a self-actualization, which is introspection and going towards what we can actually be, what we came here to be. We have a responsibility. we have a responsibility to take for where we put our energy and what we consider important. When I look at the holidays, I laugh because if we break down what we're buying, is technically what we're celebrating is the birth of a Christ being a symbol of the expansion of a being being the man named Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus of Nazareth being actually a nobody. Jesus of Nazareth actually being a political rebel. Jesus of Nazareth just saying, like, I want to do the work. I want to do the spiritual work. I want to do the personal work. Who studied in great schools. And we have access to all these schools nowadays. The whole consciousness movement is about giving you tools and access to higher states of consciousness. And when you invest in those, you make quantum leaps forward in your life in terms of how you become a creator and a manifester. I've been getting a lot of feedback about Spiritual Playboy, the name. I knew when I chose the name. I sat on this name for a year. And so I'm a student of marketing. I graduated in university with a degree, a master's in marketing. So I've been part of the system that churns people out to continue selling the story of the script of the culture. So I was in the beast. I worked for a few significant companies, and luckily I wasn't able to move up in the system because I was a different kind of animal, and therefore I didn't get lost in the idea of racing for success and money. And so it forced me to take stock of my life. So I see the system, I see the mind control script creator that is the media, that is television, that is movies. So if we're spending a lot of time watching mainstream media, going to the movies, watching TV, you have to understand that you are part of a script. So my message for this video ultimately is, like, we need to start popping out of the scripts that they have indoctrinated in us. We need to start thinking for ourselves. We need to start putting ourselves in alternative circles of thinking. Go beyond what you currently know and pick up new information, because the wealth of information out there and the experiences available are incredible. But if we're just wasting our time on media, social media, TV, and movies, we're starting from a long far. And it doesn't mean that because you're starting from far that it makes you less than. No. Like, what responsibility looks like is coming to consciousness and taking steps towards feeding yourself. Look at it as nourishment. We eat food to nourish ourselves. We do spiritual practice, or we learn about spirituality, or we just learn about anything that lights your fire. That's what I would call spirituality. Study anything that lights your fire, but from a place that goes beyond your own benefit and how you share that with the world, whether it be art, hey Nina, whether it be art, whether it be love, whether it be whatever it is. And so the Spiritual Playboy for me is an opportunity to offer alternative messaging, and it's just one guy's opinion. Take it or leave it. I have been mentored by some of the most incredible people in the world, the biggest thought leaders, and especially around self-empowerment, about life force energy, about soul mission, transcendence. Our culture is being led by a consciousness based in fear, based in control, and based in propaganda. And I don't think there's an evil plot. I just think it's like systems old systems trying to control old systems. But the good news is that I feel this video, this vlog, is a bridge between elders with super wise and transcendental information and the younger generation, which are not subscribing to systems, and the systems are doing really well to work us against each other, making it feel like the more divided we are, the more we have, the more righteous we are. But actually it's the opposite, because the more divided we are is the more we lack the ability to see our similarities, that we are all the same, that we are all one. It pulls us away from the idea of our oneness. And so here I am as a white male saying, hey, we're all the same. And I know that it feels that people are suffering. I have loving people I love dearly that suffer due to all the injustices of the world. And you know what? New injustices are emerging, and I feel have certain injustices as well, as I own my voice, as I own my size, as I own my sovereignty, that I get projections on, and therefore I'm limited to what I could access. I've been a subject of discrimination and prejudice all my life because of the fact that I boldly spoke about sexuality in a time where people didn't want to talk about sexuality and alternative lifestyles. So the idea that we are actually all one, and the more we come together in our togetherness, and the together looks like sharing of power, sharing of heart, sharing of love. So for 2018, I'm wishing us more awareness. Yeah. So I wish us healing in 2018. I wish us transformation in 2018. Brother Kaipacha, master astrologer, find him online. newparadigmastrology.com calls 2018 the year of alchemical transformation. Yes, he nailed the last 2 years. Last year he said is the year of the end of illusionment, and the year before that was the year of 2016 was year of purification. So may 2018 be a year of alchemical transformation, rooted in humility, because we are all one. We are all the same. We all want to feel safe. We all want to be respected. Do you have a formula for how to open the channels of love and abundance in the world? How do we plug into life force so that we don't have to be in competition? We don't have to be hoarding love. We don't have to be hoarding sensuality. We don't have to be hoarding all that we feel brings brightness in the world. We would share it openly, generously. Nina, you have anything to say? 2018. What do you have to say? Give them kisses. Yeah. Those are kisses from Nina. And that's the sweet life I hope you get to experience in 2018, and that we magnetize the people that are supposed to be around us, and that we take care of ourselves by letting go of that which does not serve. We close 2017 with a kiss, and we open 2018 with heart. So on this New Year's Eve, I hope you're sharing love with people you care for, and you're letting your love free. without expecting anything in return. I love you. Thank you for watching. Road to 1,000 subscribers. Share it. Subscribe now. Peace.